Okay, I'm going to start the hearing this evening. So welcome everyone. And my name is Deborah Carney. I'm the chair, and we'll be joined by Roger Lipton, our vice chair, as a voting member, and also Fred Orlowski, our alternate, as a voting member. So just to begin, if you, Gwen, would please read the legal notice.
Yes, I will.
And I am very
Um,
happy to share the screen as well with the legal notice.
okay, yeah, if you want to do that, just so it's just transparent.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. So, here's the legal notice of the Zoning Board of Appeals, Town of Whately. Notice is hereby given that the Zoning Board of Appeals of Whately will hold a public hearing on Thursday, June 4th, 2026 at 6 p.m. Convestro LLC. Is it Convestro? Okay. Covestro LLC of 8 Fairview Way, South Deerfield, MA 01373, has applied for a special permit to convert plastic and laminate self-adhesive sheeting, light manufacturing, packaging of finished materials, and transportation of the same on premises located at 10 Sandy Lane in Whately, MA, and owned by Klinger Enterprise LLC of PO Box 818, Whately, MA 01093. The hearing will take place virtually via Zoom. The rules of decorum for a public hearing remain in effect, and the chairperson will seek comments from the public when appropriate to do so. Application for the special permit is to be considered under Article 17137 within the provisions of the Whately zoning bylaws as provided by the MGLC Section A. This notice is also published electronically on www.reporter.com public notices and www.masspublicnotices.org.
Thank you, Gwen. And who is here from Covestro? Patricia Ann,
Yeah.
it looks like.
Yep.
Hi.
Hi. Hi. This is
Hi.
Patty. How are you?
Oh, yeah, good, thank you. Did you notice any errors or omissions in that notice?
I did not. That is fine with us.
Okay, great. Do you have a presentation for the board to tell us about your business and
I didn't
why?
actually. Oh,
I'm
no, I'm
sorry?
sorry. Go ahead. I'll let you finish. Sorry.
Oh, and just to let us know why, under what criteria in the table of uses you believe you need a special permit.
So I didn't bring a presentation, so I apologize for that. What I do though is I can talk to you a little bit about who we are, where we are in the community, and why it is that we are looking to. We've actually signed a lease already for 10 Sandy Lane. So Kavesh located in Whately. We're at 8 Fairview Way, right around the corner from the property that we have the hearing on for today. We
Mhm.
have a manufacturing facility there that we have already expanded on, and we continue to grow, bringing in more employees in the area, expanding our business as we continue to serve the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, the United States of America, as well as many other private industries. At Covestro, just to give you a little bit of background information, if anybody here on the phone has a current passport or a real ID, the products that make those three-dimensional images work come right there from Whately.
Okay.
We do a lot in the medical field as well as for DoD. A lot of things in the medical field include our materials being used when it comes to dressings, wound care, things along those lines. Our items with the DoD, again, our protective materials, a lot of your holographic images that we all like to see, as well as haptic feedback that we're used to using on our cell phones, all come right here from Whately, Mass. As we've grown, we have unfortunately outgrown the facility that we are in, and we're looking to do some expanding. We have recently, I say recently, a little over 10 years ago, we purchased 10 acres of land from the Sandersons that abuts our property. It is directly between us and the IVET Center. We have not been able to, what is the best way to put this? We've not been able to come to an agreement as to what we're going to do to develop that land. But when the Klinger property became available, we said this is a great viable opportunity for us to use a building that is already set up for what we need. It will allow us to do a couple things. One, we are now partnering with local farms, Glisky Farm. They're going to be farming the land that we have there rather than having the land sit there, because we now have the opportunity with the Klinger property to do what we need to do. So our goal for the Klinger property is to take our entire innovation department, which is essentially your research and development, and have them work from that facility where they can help us to innovate new products and bring to life more things that we can continue to do as we continue to grow and as things evolve in our world just naturally. It's also going to allow us to have a wonderful, what we call an innovation suite center, where we can bring our customers, where we can bring potential customers, where we can bring members of the community together to see what we are actually doing, to see some of our products in process as well as in the finished form of the product. Currently, to be able to do something like that, to come into our facility, there's a lot of agreements that you have to sign just by nature of what you're going to gain. But with the building where it is now, the former NewPro, the Klinger building, we're able to set up an area in that building for all of our R&D work to be done, as well as set up this wonderful innovation suite area. And then it helps us to free up more space, because we do have a head growth for this year for full-time employees, to be able to continue to accommodate them at the site that we're at now, and then to grow our innovation team further. So we anticipate that there'll be minimal shipping coming out of there. It'll be more as we're setting things up. It will be smaller, not so much your tractor trailer type traffic that we're going to have going in there. It'll be things on a much smaller scale. You could see some rolls going out of there via FedEx and UPS. Things along those lines. We're working on the logistics of that because, as I'm sure you know, one more stop for those folks just delays things longer, and we don't really want to do that. So we're trying to determine if we'll bring the products back and forth and just use our one shipping facility.
Okay.
So that's kind of the background of what we have and what we're looking for. Like I did indicate earlier, the building as it stands now is exactly what we need. All of the hard stuff has been done by the tenant who was in there previously, which was NewPro before they vacated. So it is already set up for everything that we need.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
Yep.
And maybe this is for you, Bob Klinger. It is in the industrial zone, correct?
That is correct.
Yes, okay.
That is my understanding why a special permit is required.
That's and let me just share the screen for a moment, because I do have, usually when we get a special permit application, we like to see how, in terms of all the light industrial uses that are in the bylaw. I don't know what you've looked at. There are some things that are allowed by right and others by special permit. So I just wondered, when you were doing your application, which of these descriptions best matches what you're doing?
I'm going to say, to be honest with you, with what our focus is for that building, it's the research and development facilities that don't involve hazardous materials.
Okay, all right. And then, okay, let me stop that share. That don't involve. Okay, so and then I have just one question, and then I'll turn it over to, it was just a question about, I'm going back to the legal notice. I noticed that it said, in the second paragraph, the special permit to convert plastic and laminate self-adhesive sheeting.
Correct.
But convert it to what?
So the conversion is when we take the raw pellets that turn into our products. So we have to convert the raw pellets. Raw pellets essentially look like almost like rice pellets, and we heat them up. So in our innovation and our R&D work, what we do is we take that and we convert it to either sheeting, or we convert it to a polycarbonate flat film, so that we do a small amount of manufacturing to develop new products. So we could be working solely with our products. We could be working with a different laminate on the top of it to do a specialty product for somebody. A really good example of this would be when I talk about our products with our passports. So the passports contain over 40 different layers. That was worked on in our innovation department. So we take our product and we have to meld that with all these different sheets, including the image of the individual, to make sure that the holographic image in it will work properly as we're doing the design and development. So when we're talking about converting plastic and laminate and self-adhesive sheeting, the light manufacturing, it's all of that to develop this whole innovation process.
Okay.
The finished goods, the actual, once we design something and we become contracted with a customer, will all be done at our normal facility at 8 Fairview Way. This is just all the trial and error piece of it.
I see. Okay. And the only reason I was asking where you fit in is just, oops, I called it up without sharing it. Was I found myself wondering when I was looking through it, just see, for a moment, if you even needed to come before us, but I can see the special permit, but you do also have some light industrial uses.
Correct.
Not involving the use of hazardous materials. So yes,
Correct.
a special permit.
Yep.
Okay. Before we move on to look at the criteria of special permits, does any member of the board have a question about the business?
Yes, well, in terms of that second definition, it says, provided the use will not be offensive, injurious, noxious, or hazardous. And so, Patricia, is it true that what you've described will not be any of those things?
That's true.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Anybody else? Okay, so then what we usually do with the special permit application is that we just, I'll bring up the criteria for a special permit and we can walk
Yep.
through that with you and have any questions. Bear with me while I get to it now. So special permits. Gotta kind of move down through this. Okay, 130. This always gets stuck. All right. Oh, let's see if I can get through it this way. Yes, okay. Special permits. Okay, so as I say, we'll just walk through this and take a look at the criteria. So before granting the permit, the special permit authority, and that's us, consider the proposed use in relation to the site and the adjacent uses and structures in the town, and she'll find that there will be no significant adverse effects to the neighborhood or the town, considering the following criteria. So we know this is in the industrial area, so the proposed project shall comply with the environmental performance standards specified in 17115 and with all other provisions of the chapter. I think that will show us this. So noise and vibration that could cause a disturbance to residents or occupants of adjacent properties. Do you anticipate any of that?
No.
No.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So we don't have, if it's no particularly loud ones between 10 and 7, but you don't expect that. Emission of harmful or offensive odors.
None.
Generation of dust, dirt, fly ash, fumes, vapors, gases.
No, ma'am.
Okay. The storage or use of explosive or flammable materials.
We don't anticipate anything like that, but as with any business, if you do have something like that, there's precautions that we take and we work with the Whately Fire Department to ensure that we're compliant in all areas.
Okay, that's great because as you can see that to be adequately equipped with the safety devices and such. Direct or reflected light or glare, which is hazardous, distracting, offensive, is prohibited. No light shall be directed or reflected beyond the property line of the site or onto the roadway.
Yep.
Okay.
Not an issue.
Any radioactivity?
No, ma'am.
Okay. The proposed development shall provide for safe access to and from public and private roads. Safe access shall be assured by providing an adequate number.
Just so that, just for clarity, so that we do understand, technically a microwave qualifies as radioactivity. We also are permitted for that because they do qualify because of the type of business that we are. We would have the same type of permit. So if somebody was to use a microwave to warm up their lunch in there, that has to fall under the permit standards, just so that you're aware. That does fall under them because of the business.
Actually, I didn't know that. So my microwave is radioactive.
Permit, permit from who? Just curious.
The state.
Okay.
Okay. Any surface runoff, water
No,
runoff?
ma'am. Nope.
You're not going to be doing any construction for that.
No, ma'am.
All right. erosion of soil and sedimentation, streams, bodies of water. Again, some of this just doesn't apply because of the
It
district
does
that you're
not,
in.
correct.
Vegetation, erosion control. Okay, this is an established building, so I think we're good there. It won't create traffic congestion or impair
No.
pedestrian safety.
No, ma'am.
Okay. How many vehicles do you expect going in and out?
Well, our team, our current innovation team consists of 10 employees. So at this time, I could safely tell you that I would anticipate that the 10 employees, with 4 of them working different shifts around the clock, would be the ones that would be there at most at this time.
Okay, and if it expands, what do you see happening?
If we expand employees in that area, I don't see us going more than twice that,
Okay.
but I still don't believe we would get that high at any point. Majority of the traffic will walk over from the main plant.
Okay. And truck traffic, anything like that?
As I mentioned earlier, I don't anticipating us have any large tractor trailers in there. What I would anticipate would be that we would be shipping things via UPS or FedEx for our sample rolls. That tends to be how they go out, or they'll be delivered over to our main manufacturing facility and they'll be shipped out from there.
Okay. And this seems to be repeating what we had when we brought up 17115. So
Where are you, Deborah? Where are you?
I'm right here where remember we had brought up 17115 on the screen.
I know I have the book open, and so
Oh, I don't know, Roger. This is I'm in special permit criteria. So 171 37.
oh, okay.
Okay. So I just brought it up so everyone can see it. It's the same document. It's just the one the town has put on. It's our newest bylaw.
Yeah, I'm on my cell phone tonight, so the screen is really tiny, but I have the book.
Okay.
I got the
Yeah.
book, so the book is good.
So slow me down if I go too fast. Okay, so we talked about the noise and dust and fumes, increase erosion, no, wetlands are not an issue, surface water, compatible with existing uses and other uses allowed by right in the district. I don't
Correct.
think there's any disagreement on that. No earth removal, volume of cut and fill, anything like that.
Nothing. Nope.
Existing trees and vegetation. Adequate methods of disposal of sewage, refuse, and other waste generated.
No issues there.
Okay, it won't overload the capacity of
No,
public
ma'am.
facilities. Okay. Okay. We can require other things, but I mean, if the board wants something, that's fine. I'm not inclined to ask for anything, but we'll site plans, we know. Okay. Now we didn't get a site plan with this, but this is an established building so you're moving in with your business.
Right.
Okay, conditions. So the setback, the side, the rear yards, again, we're not talking about a new building here. And these are things we could do. Limit the size, the number of occupants, the method and time of operation. So you had talked about this running 24/7?
Yeah, so we do have we are in general a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week operation. We do close for certain major holidays.
Yeah.
And some members of our innovation team do work at different hours on different days. They rotate. Majority of the employees in that group work a day shift, but that shift does end at 7 p.m. I don't see us truly having anybody there 24 hours a day, but it is important to stress that we are a 24/7 operation. I would anticipate that our day employees would only be there from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
No, I understand that. And
Yep.
given where the building is situated,
Yep.
in the industrial area and the industrial zone, I mean, that's why we have that industrial
Right.
zone. So but please, other members of the board who want to raise an issue or a concern, please feel free to do so.
Well, I have a question, but not on that topic. Oh, go ahead, Mr. Kleiner.
If I may just, I'm here as the landlord, the building owner, to support Covestro, and they're moving in. The previous tenant had run a 24-hour operation with at least as many employees, if not more. And I never heard any concerns or issues.
Who was that previous tenant?
New Pro.
Oh, New Pro. What did they do?
Almost the
Almost
exact same
identical.
thing that
Yeah.
Covestro does.
Okay.
Oh, almost the
Um,
same thing.
it
Oh, okay.
almost, I'm not an expert in that area, but I would call it, manufacturing of thermoplastics or
Okay.
converting of thermoplastics.
Yeah.
Um,
Polymeric films has become the new catchphrase for what we all do. And NewPro actually moved into the center of South Deerfield once they were acquired by Orifal.
yes. So, and Patty, I don't mean to step on your toes.
Not at all.
I'm trying to support and say that
Thank you.
it is the industrial park. This is very similar to processes and things, manufacturing things that were happening previously. And it's also allowed, if I understand everything that will be happening in the building, it's allowed in other areas of the industrial park with what Covestro is currently doing. I don't, I'm not aware of, they'll be doing research and development on new things, but new things in line with what already happens in the industrial park.
No, and that seems very clear. And I'm assuming that the research and development on new things is not going to be things that would generate hazardous waste or gas or anything that we just went
Correct.
over. Okay.
It would not.
Anybody have any other questions?
No,
Okay, I'm going to stop the share then, unless.
One thing is this building or is there lighting outside? And
Yes.
is lighting 24/7 or nighttime hours all the time?
The building is lit outside for safety. It has not been an issue in the past. It has been lit like that for the last, at a minimum, 10 to 15 years.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I'm
It's
just,
down, for what it's worth, it is down lighting.
yeah.
So it's minimizing any kind of light pollution that people may have concerns about.
Okay.
Okay, and yeah, there is some, I just went right by it. We do ask for down lighting, and I know that, a lot of times we do hear, even though we're not an enforcement board, we certainly hear when there are complaints and worries. And in all the years I've been on the board, I haven't heard a complaint or a worry about Mr. Klinger's property. But if the lighting is down lighting, I believe that I just went right by it. So are people comfortable with me stopping the share at this point? Anybody want to see anything in the bylaw?
you can stop it.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. And it looks like we don't have any other member of the public here. I don't have any more questions if anyone else does.
No questions.
Fred, how are you?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. Then should I entertain him? I could entertain a motion to close the public portion of this hearing so we can deliberate.
I'll make that motion.
Okay.
Second,
Okay. The public portion of the hearing is closed, and so the board members can deliberate or, discuss anything that they want to raise. I don't have any objection at all to this business coming to Whately. And I think that the work they do is compatible with that area. And we have a citizen in town who owns the building who has kept it very stable for all these years. So I am in favor of this project.
I am in favor of it also.
so the building and its operation now is conforming to our bylaws?
It is.
What's there today is conforming?
Yeah, well, when we went through the table of uses,
Right.
it does, I know Patty had said research and development, but there's also some light manufacturing going on as well. And that is allowed in the industrial district with a special permit.
Right, okay.
Okay. So, I always forget, do we need a motion to vote or can we just vote?
We can just vote.
Okay, so I vote yes to grant the special permit. Now, yes, and but before I do that, does anybody want to impose any conditions that are not covered in our bylaw? other than the conditions that it must be in compliance with the criteria for a special permit.
I have no other conditions.
Okay, then I do vote yes. The only condition being that it is in compliance with the criteria for the special permit that is noted in our bylaw.
I vote yes.
I vote yes.
Okay, so that concludes this hearing. We will write this up and file it with the town clerk. And it's a 20-day appeal period, right, Roger?
Yes.
Yes, and so after 20 days, I mean, so anything you do now, before that 20-day appeal period passes, after it's filed with the town clerk, is at your own risk. And then after that, you can pick it up and file it with the Registry of Deeds, and you'll be good to go.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Very welcome. Good luck.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye, Bob. Are you waving goodbye?
I'm waving goodbye, saying thank you
Thank
all.
you, Bob. Thank you.
Patty, Patricia, thank you.
Thank you. See you later.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, so our next order of business is then to look at Gwen's minutes. Oh, and before we do that, if I can just ask, we probably will have a hearing in July, and I just wanted to double check if we're going to have a quorum on July 2nd. I know Fred cannot make it. I think Bob can, but I just wanted to see if you, Roger, and you, Kristen, are available.
I'm available.
I'm available.
Okay,
Yes.
great. Then we have a quorum. All right, so that's done. Okay, so do people want me to pull up Gwen's minutes, or is everybody okay with what she sent a few hours ago?
I'm okay.
I don't know if you need to pull it up, but thanks for adding the draft watermark, Gwen.
Yes, no problem.
The so the issue we see in the legal field is with electronic signatures now or template signatures, it can often be confusing about what is the so-called original or final document versus versus a preliminary document. So if, for instance, the board ever got, or if someone ever appealed one of our decisions and they got a hold of minutes, they could see several that were signed and they
Oh, yeah.
might not know which was the final one. Although the board, well, even the board approving the minutes, if they're all dated the same and there's several versions and they're all signed, it could be confusing about which is the one.
Yeah.
So it going forward, it would be the one that doesn't have the draft on it, right? So
Okay, so that's why you
so
want me to take it off?
well, that's why I asked you to put it on until we finalize one. And so assuming we're going to vote to finalize the last one, then you'll remove the watermark and then I don't know where you store it, but I mean, I guess it'll go on the town website as the final approved version of the minutes.
Right.
Yeah, so it'll just be
Right.
us being able to distinguish between them. So that's just the procedural part of it. So as far as I made a batch of changes, they were all minor except the one where I said I didn't know what the word was, whether Deborah's word was
Well, did you see the screenshot that I sent with the transcript of what she said? Because what you
yeah,
were
but that confused me a little bit. So, but Deborah was the one.
did.
Deborah was the one who spoke. So, Deborah, why don't you clarify what you said?
Yes, and I think I did correct that in mine because
Okay.
the transcript looks like I said 1981, 2013, none of us were there, when of course that was not the case. 1981, none of us
Right.
were there, but Fred, Chris,
Right.
and I voted on the 2013. So what I did was, I think, if you'll bear with me, let me just see if I can.
Yeah, because I had to rewatch it like a lot of times to catch that because it's interesting you guys all zoned it on because at that moment too, I was also kind of trying to rehear what you said because obviously
Yeah.
the transcript wasn't like the best, But so I had to
Yeah.
rewatch that moment a lot. So
And I think, I mean, I did not call this up beforehand, so it's not on my toolbar, so I just have to go out and get it. So
yeah.
hang on, everybody, and let me, okay, here they are.
Well, while you're doing that, so Gwen, what transcription tool do you use or are you relying on?
So what I'm doing is I'm watching these Zoom meetings and I watch them and I pause and I write each like how how minutes are supposed to be written and what we're saying. And then since the Zoom can automatically make a transcript, because once you save it to the cloud, it will like generate like what it thought we all said. And so I just cross-reference of like what I'm hearing to what I'm seeing. And then I decide like whether obviously it's not accurate. So I'm not just relying on that, obviously. I just use it as a tool to be like, okay, this is what
Okay,
she tried to say. And then it's very useful for numbers. That's what I've noticed. It will do a good job on numbers. So when I'm doing the CPC meeting minutes and I hear them go off on numbers, it's really nice to be able to hear and see the number. I'm like, okay, that's the number instead of me mishearing it and stuff like that. But yeah.
oh, are you on that board too? I mean, the secretary for that board too?
Yeah, so I got that job as well. I'm on the agriculture in the CPC because it's like it aligns perfectly. And right now they have recess, so they're not even having meetings right now. Only the planning board and the ZBA is. So just the way how they meet and how we meet, they don't clash. So it's
Good,
like the perfect flow
good, great, good for
of
you.
work.
I'm happy to
Thank
hear it.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, good, great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
But
Okay,
that's what I'm
oh, sorry.
using. No, you're
Um,
fine.
okay. Oh, you know what? I think you sent them back, Gwen, and I haven't opened that email. So this is the one that I changed. So I think this is the 1980, was it this one? Land as well as the applications for the 2013 and pending 2025.
Yeah, it's the moment when he said, I respectfully disagree. So
Okay,
if you look for emulsion bin and he states, I respectfully disagree with you, that's the moment that he was zoned in on.
okay. Okay, anybody remember what page that was?
Oh,
I think it was 6, because
I respectfully
right?
disagree.
oh, wait a
Okay.
minute. I have my draft that I
Oh,
scanned.
great. Good, good, good. Because I can.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
all right. So hold on a second here. Okay. Yeah, and I often scan pages when only the pages that I've made changes on. So I know that was a little confusing because then where were the other pages?
No, that's totally fine. I thought that's what you wanted to do. I just, again, it's always good
Yeah,
to ask whether or not
right,
it was intentional or not. So I
right.
figured that's why, because there's no point of scanning things that are fine.
Sometimes
Okay, yeah, I
you
think,
get into trouble if you have a double-sided copy, but you only scan it single-sided, that's
right,
all sorts of weird
right.
stuff in the modern world. Um,
Yeah,
look, hold
yeah,
on.
I think this,
I'm looking for that respectfully
Oh,
disagree.
here it is. Okay, all
Okay,
right. So, all right, on page 4, I
4.
wrote question mark board to discuss non-liquid, but I think you must have said liquid.
Okay. Identify.
Page
Okay,
4,
page.
second to last paragraph.
Okay. Roger Lipton asked Deborah Carney to review.
Yes,
Yes. Okay.
third line from the bottom.
Yes. Okay. So, stated the past approvals did not have. Oh, absolutely right. It has to be liquid.
Right,
It did
okay.
not have liquid because they did not check that. So that's an important one, Gwen.
okay,
Yeah, because if I said that, I absolutely misspoke. It certainly was what, and we can see from the context
Right,
throughout. I was very,
yeah.
yeah.
right.
That's
So
what I had a hard time like hearing and reading
yes,
on the
oh
transcript.
yes.
So it was like,
No,
okay.
I'm sure I either misspoke or the transcript garbled or whatever, but that we need to change. because it
Yeah.
definitely said, yeah, no, that's a great catch, Roger. I went right by that this time too. So do you have that change noted, Gwen?
Yeah, I'll do that right now.
Okay, terrific. Okay. So that's the only thing I'm so glad you saw that, Roger. That would be,
Yeah, that would be a big issue.
that would not be good. So
Yeah.
anything else? I'll get out of this share because this is a different document. Okay. Anything else on that one?
Okay. But I guess I want to ask like an open-ended question. So is everybody content with how I did this? Like the language, I just wanted to take like a, just an assessment on everybody's like review. Like, cause I felt like I wrote a lot, but then I was thinking that it was very warranted because of how legal this is.
Well,
You know?
here's my comment on it, but
Yes.
it's not definitive in the sense. Okay, my comment is, could it be condensed somewhat? And it's not an easy answer because on the one hand, more detail catches more nuance. On the other hand, the longer it is, maybe not everybody reads it. Maybe there's more room for error. And I don't
Yeah.
think, and this sort of then gets into my even a philosophical area. I don't think minutes are supposed to be an exact transcript, because otherwise you could just have a transcript. But they're supposed to
Right.
be a educated summary, if you will, of what happened. Now, just case in point, I used to have discussions with Lynn Sibley about this, who was our former town clerk, and not to point any fingers, but the long method caused delay in the preparation of the minutes, and so that sometimes months went by, many months, and we wouldn't get any minutes because the preparer was trying to do this perfect job. But perfect, you ever hear the phrase "perfect is the enemy of good
It's a
enough"?
good.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's a fine science, and I'm not science not the right. It's a fine line. But the fact that you're doing it for all these other boards is great, because then you'll get you'll get your own method and the swing of it. So that
Yeah.
doesn't give any definitive response, but that's just kind of my thoughts about the topic.
Okay, yeah, that's totally fine. Because like certain areas I really did nail like just doing an overview and not getting too much in the weeds. But like when certain went back and forth and again the liquid and like really I really wanted to zone in on those moments because that's basically what the whole public hearing is about, is the difference between the liquid and the non-liquid and
Yeah,
what
yeah.
permitted. And so I wanted to, in case anybody pulled this up, it was discussed. And then I
Yeah.
was trying to capture all the questions. Like those are kind of more quoted, but in a and worded professionally more. That's kind of how I changed it, just so that the questions were asked and answered by the applicant, so that's
Yeah, no,
kind of what
I
I
think
was
you
trying
did
to
a
capture.
good job, Gwen, and I think the length is warranted because it is a
For how contentious this is. Yeah.
contentious in detail. But for instance, tonight, just an example, I agree with Roger that we want a kind of a summary. And like, for instance, this evening, this was a very straightforward meeting. And instead of
Right.
like listing every criteria of the special permit, you could say we went through all the criteria. And so that, because anyone can go to the zoning bylaw and look at the criteria. You don't have to enumerate those criteria. So it's just like you
Right.
summarize the theme. We went through that
Right.
criteria, made sure that they were going to adhere to it, and voted accordingly. That kind of thing.
Okay. No,
But no,
that's
I think
great
you did,
news.
and I really want to compliment you on the fact that we get them so quickly, because
Me
it's
too. Yes.
yeah, it's really great because as Roger was saying, sometimes months would go by and our memories fade too. So
Right.
when we're
Yeah.
reading them again, we say, did we say that? And so I think that I do
Great.
appreciate that very, very much.
Yeah, I,
Yeah, no problem. I got it. Oh, sorry, Fred.
yeah, I agree what Roger said at the beginning, that maybe they could be condensed a little or not as lengthy, but the other way to, I guess, to accomplish that, it's gonna be difficult for Gwen to know that, because she's not, I guess, quote, this expert in
Right,
ZBA
right,
activities. And with
right.
somebody on the ZBA board to go through and maybe redact certain sections that we don't think is necessary in a minutes and present that, I guess that's more work for the CBA, whether we want to do that or not. I don't know.
Well, the
Yeah.
fact that Gwen sends them to us early and, Roger Roger gave a great edit to it. And then I looked and found a couple places where we could cut some things and that was not onerous work for me.
Okay,
So no, I think this is a good process.
okay, as long as we're all comfortable, it's fine, yeah. I guess more
So
words are probably better than less.
Yeah.
let me share a little war story that if I can share. I have an active case right now, and it involves a bigger town than us, and both their planning board and the conservation commission took certain action on my client's application, and we're not appealing either decision, but it's actually a fee dispute with the engineer who represented my client and whether they did a proper job. And so we've been poring over the planning board minutes to find out exactly what, and there was like eight meetings over, 8 or 10 months. And they're pretty detailed, but in my client's a little unhappy because in some areas they just don't discuss what happened that night. So that's more of a summary kind of thing. But at least they exist because the Conservation Commission there hasn't produced any minutes for 2 years.
Oh
So
my gosh.
Oh my
Wow.
goodness.
How can they do that?
I don't know.
Oh,
But we're just like we're completely stymied about what happened there. So I mean,
oh.
we know the end result, but we don't know how they got there. So it's just a little war story. So.
Well, that's what my fear was. So in case like anything were to happen, my
Yeah,
minutes would hold.
Yeah,
And then exactly that. And at least I got it all squared away that at least I said more than less.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
the only
And
the only thing.
and if we ever go back to meeting in person and there is a recording, then those minutes are really going to be, I mean, they're always important, but now we've got two backups. We've got the recording and we've got a Zoom
Right.
transcript and the minutes. So we've got
Right.
three ways of looking at it.
Right.
If we want. So I was thinking that I can write up this decision over the weekend and then Roger, I can email it to you.
Okay.
And you can take a look at it, see how it looks to you, and then we can you can just let me know and
Yeah.
print it, sign it. I can pick it up, take it to the town clerk on Monday. And Fred, you can just come by and sign it at that time if that works.
yes,
Okay, great. And I'll let everyone know when it's sitting at the town clerk's office.
okay,
So
Okay, so just in terms of process, I don't know if I did mention to you, yeah, we're doing a kitchen renovation.
oh
We're
yeah,
and we're actually we're gonna
move out.
decamp to a hotel in Northampton for 5 nights, and so we're leaving Sunday midday. So I could sign them up through Sunday and leave them in my Gazette box.
I will, you know what, I will get this, I will put it in, I'll email it to you by Saturday.
Okay,
Okay,
thanks.
and
Yeah,
then, so yeah, no, you shouldn't be under that pressure with that. How long do you have to decamp for?
we're just going to be down there for 5 nights, and
Oh, okay, good.
I mean, it's kind of weird. I mean, because we're treating it as a semi-vacation, but I'm like within walking distance of my office. So like,
Oh.
how's that a vacation? So, but anyway, it'll be crazy.
So did we vote on the minutes yet?
Oh
No, thank
no,
you,
No,
Kristen.
we
not
Thank
yet.
didn't.
you. Okay, may I have a motion to accept the minutes as amended?
I vote to accept them as amended.
Okay, a second? I made a motion, so
Can I second it?
Yes, okay.
I'll second it then.
Okay, and so I vote to accept the minutes as amended.
I vote to accept them as amended.
I vote, oh no, am I
Yes.
voting? I'll
Yes.
vote to accept them too if Fred's not there.
Okay, so, Gwen, do you want to just put those changes in, take the draft off, the word draft off, and then send them on in?
Yeah, I can do all that. Yeah, because I already did all the changes and we did the non-liquid change via right now, so that's done.
Okay,
And yeah, so we're
all right,
good.
so
Yeah.
you will send them to the minute people, the
Yep,
posters.
I will.
Okay.
Yeah, yep, I will. I'll look at it, make sure it's all done well, and then yeah, we'll send it in.
Thank you. So I don't think we have anything else, folks,
I
unless
have a
somebody,
couple procedure questions.
yes.
Okay, one is, okay, for our next meeting, are we waiting for the third party consultant to do an analysis and report back to the board? And,
Technically, we are waiting to vote on a third party.
okay, so no further analysis or decision will really be made even at the next meeting.
Well, that depends on whether we get a third party review.
Right.
The backup and I will certainly communicate all this to Bay State Blasting if we don't get a third party reviewer. The backup then is that, as you mentioned, Fred, at our last meeting, the water commissioners are looking at all the documentation and will be giving us their feedback. And when I did see Pete at annual town meeting, he did say that in the absence of a third party reviewer, we can turn to our fire representative, who would be Keith Bardwell, and the state fire marshal. So we have a plan B, but we're not ready to implement that because we may still get a third party reviewer.
Okay, as far as getting a third party reviewer, I think it may depend on the scope of the work and what's our focus, whether it's on the, say, the material there, or is it on the town water system. And if you're looking for, I don't know what, now we're looking for a review of the material there. That's an impact on the town water system. Maybe we should look at consultants that analyze water systems, town water systems, and how they're impacted by the environment and other things. And
Well,
you're
the memo that Pete sent to the vendors did include all of that.
Oh, it did, okay.
Yeah, it did say that this is the material, this is the size of the tank, and this is the placement.
Yeah,
And so we're looking at is there a greater or less safety impact
right,
with this?
right. Yeah. And the last question I have on kind of a non-conforming use. I guess I don't need to talk about this one property, but in general, if something is non-conforming use and they change the use that is still, I guess, can they change the use to be more non-conforming?
No,
Because that could be what we're getting into here on this other thing. I mean, the material is there and we're, I guess, adding more, and does that make it more non-conforming? And is
we should
that?
be careful. We don't want to get into the
Yeah,
violation of
I'm
open
getting,
meeting.
yeah, we really
I know,
can't be
but-
discussing this.
But a non-conforming use, once it's non-conforming, you,
I honestly think we need to table this
okay,
until the petitioner is with us.
okay, that was just
yeah.
my thought.
No, and please, all thoughts would be welcome when they are with us.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So, a motion to adjourn?
I have a quick
Oh,
question.
of course.
I noticed that Patricia didn't turn her camera on. I wonder how people feel about that. I mean, I don't think we can force anyone to, but I didn't know whether it was accidental. I like to see the person myself, but
Yeah, I
I
do
don't
too.
I don't know if maybe they had a privacy issue or
Well,
if it should ever be mentioned or if it's not politically correct to mention it, or any thoughts about it?
I will tell you that when we all moved classes onto Zoom, we could not ask our students to turn on their cameras. We could strongly suggest it, but and part of it was exactly as you surmised, Roger, where they were, if it was, how crowded things were for them, what they wanted to be seen. But I don't know if that applies to a town, a
A
legally
public meeting.
public meeting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you could request it. You could state it in the beginning when Deborah opens the meeting and just state like, as participants are in this meeting, please, how you did with our names. You requested everybody to have accurate names for our land use assistant and for respectful of the members of the public hearing to show their, show their face, I guess you would say, or just share,
I
present
think if we're
something.
going to say that, we're going to have to mean it, and we're going to have to mean it for everybody. And there are a lot of
A
people
lot
that
of
come to these
people, right?
meetings who don't turn their camera
I
on.
know.
That's right. I
And
turn mine on and
Yeah.
off, as you know.
Well,
yes,
If I get
and
up and do something, I turn my camera off for a second.
you know what? It's a really good question, though. And let me ask Pete. Let me make a note of that and ask
Yeah,
him
because
what our, yeah.
Yeah, because I shut mine off too and mute it because I'm typing away. So I just kind of, I'm
You
not
know,
really
and
talking. But I'm not a participant like that. If it was a participant, that's different.
no,
Like
but
that's the
You
difference.
mean a petitioner?
Well, no, like the applicant. They're an
Yeah.
Right, yeah, the
applicant or
applicant,
yeah.
right.
yeah, but yeah,
But
they're
now that you mention it, there was a time that I went to a library trustees meeting and my camera died. I could hear, I could talk, but I had to replace the camera the next day. And so I was there. I mean, they were the library trustees, they know my voice, that they knew I wasn't a clone, but I will ask Pete about the camera issue and what we can legally require.
So
And
here's another little funny war story. So I had a court case, and a lot of the court sessions are on Zoom now. And it was very contentious. There's actually a bunch of family members who hated each other, but they put us all in the waiting room, and it was just very uncomfortable. We were in this waiting room for like an hour,
yeah,
and with like siblings who hadn't spoken to each other in years, and a mother who was like angry at everybody, and so there was all this tension. And finally, the judge came on, and she didn't turn her camera on, and it was like I said to myself, "Are you kidding me?" And it was just like and she was like very. She actually ruled in our favor, but she was very strong. It was almost like dealing with the Wizard of Oz, where you can't see
oh yeah.
the wizard, and she was like
Behind the
dictating
curtain.
these terms, and it just seemed unfair to me.
Yeah, yeah.
that's funny.
Mm,
Oh my gosh, that's a hoot.
yeah.
Does the name of the person that you see speaking have to agree with the person speaking? Because sometimes people's names that show up, they're up there, are not them. They could be their spouse or
Right,
somebody.
they're using someone
Yeah.
else's phone. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, that's true. And look, and I forgot to change the name of me tonight. I'm
Town
just
of
Town of
Whately.
Whately.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
So,
Town of Whately too. Yeah, I should have changed mine.
well, we know who we are.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Anything else, guys?
Nothing else.
Okay, motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Bye.
Okay, so we'll see each other in July, but Roger, we'll probably see each other on the road.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
good luck. And so Fred, I'll let you know when it's at town hall. Roger, you have it by Saturday.
Right.
Camera to Pete, and Gwen's gonna put the minutes up. Thank you all so much.
Yeah.
All right.
Have a good night,
Great.
everybody.
Bye.
Good
Have a good
night.
night.
All right.